Croft's limelight. Can she do it? Find out when we grill Space Bunnies Must Die.
And that wacky marsupial Crash Bandicoot is back for a third time. This time he's gone warped. Check out his latest adventure. We've got the review.
Plus, an inside scoop and interview with the people behind Oddworld, Abe's Exoddus. Relax your sanity, gamers, because it's game time. Welcome to GameSpot TV, your ultimate guide to computer and video gaming. I'm Adam Sessler.
And I'm Lorne Fielder. Crash warping through time is definitely something to watch out for, but Space Bunnies must die? I bet I know one guy who likes them. John?
Any chance those are Playboy Space Bunnies, Lorne? Anyway, hi, I'm John Villerreal, and we're playing hockey in today's in-your-face competition. As always, we have two hockey specialists vying for bragging rights.
Let's check the game news. Cloud and his friends from Final Fantasy are slated to hit the big screen. Columbia Pictures has announced that they will be making a film version of the hugely popular RPG. The film will be entirely computer-generated using the latest in CG animation technology. The Final Fantasy series has to date sold over 18 million units, and its makers, Square, are hoping to translate that success into celluloid. We have also heard that the Final Fantasy movie is set to be produced in Hawaii. Hey, how do I get a gig like that? A demo of the Tomb Raider 3, The Adventures of Lara Croft, is now available online. Eidos Interactive has signed a deal with VCast Incorporated, making the demo available to hungry Tomb Raider fans everywhere. VCast is noted for its GigX technology, which they say ensures a faster download time than an FTP server and makes a crowded server more efficient. VCast also offers tracking capabilities that enable Eidos to see just who was interested in their latest title. The demo can be downloaded from www.tombRaider.com.
I recently made a visit to San Luis Obispo, California, and got to meet with Oddworld Inhabitants co-founders Lorne, Lanning, and McKenna, who created Abe's Odyssey and now Abe's Exoddus. So y'all, follow me.
In 1997, Abe's Odyssey from Oddworld Inhabitants seemed to breathe new life into the 2D platform genre.
The truth, it turned out. Now that would blow my mind.
With its immersive environments and game speak, Abe's Odyssey was a critical as well as a popular success.
A lot of what we're after is evolving the video game character, and that's one of the reasons why we started Oddworld, was that we felt like we could be pioneers in the industry in evolving the video game character, and to many degrees that didn't seem to be happening that much. And so what we did was we focused on game mechanics and things of that nature that were more focused on thinking that involved action and twitch mechanics in a classical sense, you know, so gameplay aspects were familiar and yet involved more puzzle solving with life forms like you do in real life.
We really wanted to appeal to a wider market, and the big, you know, these kind of characters that are the big muscle-bound characters that you see in most of the games appeal to a certain demographic. And so what we wanted to do was we wanted to create a character that would appeal to women and girls and older folks and younger folks, and that had to be someone that you cared about.
Oddworld Inhabitants is run a bit differently than Rupture Farms in Abe's Odyssey and Soulstorm Brewery in Abe's Exoddus.
This is the first time that I got to run it the way I wanted to do it. It's my company, we get to do it my way. And that meant communication. To me, the most important thing is communication. And so the reason that the company runs differently is because we hire people that are totally passionate about what they do. They have to care about this game as much as I care.
According to Lorne Lanning, Abe's Exoddus is an offshoot of Abe's Odyssey and a prequel to Munch's Odyssey.
The reason it's not part of the quintology, although it is in story, but it's not in our 5 segments, is because each of the quintology games is an Odyssey game.
We're not supposed to be here.
It has 25 minutes worth of movies. It's on 2 CDs. Odyssey had 450 screens. This has 1,000 screens. The graphics are far superior. And the gameplay is a lot more fun. There are more characters. The mechanics are more fun. I mean, we made a concerted effort to really surpass what we did on Odyssey.
Lorne Lanning is not only the creator, he's also the voice of Oddworld.
This bites!
I go home?
You know, he talks Abe, then he talks like a Gluckin, then he talks like the Slig, you know, and he's always thinking of those characters, and he's not very normal either, so it's an odd world after all.
What are we going to do? Yeah. So did you get to meet Abe?
Abe's not real, Adam. Abe's a bunch of pixels.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Really. Well, anyway, Abe's Exoddus will be released November 14th for both the PlayStation and the PC. For more information on Abe's Exoddus and Oddworld Inhabitants, take a look at the GameSpot TV website inside ZDTV.com.
Next up on GameSpot TV, get ready to flash forward to the bleak future of Earth. We'll be taking a look at dystopia in our preview of Uprising 2, Lead and Destroy. And we took a long look at a game that was long in the making but short on delivery. We've got a review of Space Bunnies Must Die.
Hey, Lorne, you know those days where you have no choice but to have to rise up against alien invaders?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. Just the other day, I beat Alf Silly with a stick.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Well, it appears that someone else with a rebel yell cried more, because we have Uprising 2 in today's PC previews. For those that still have a hankering to lead a full-scale rebel insurrection on an Earth far in the future, the folks at 3DO are bringing out the big guns again with Uprising 2, Lead and Destroy. Despite the uplifting title, the game focuses on the travails of the Rebel Alliance, who, having brought down the Imperium in the original game, now have to fight off even less friendly lizard-like alien beasties who've got an itchin' for human DNA. Uprising 2 has made many changes from the original. The most striking are the graphics, which are now 3D and are designed to fully support 3D accelerator cards like the Voodoo 2. Most appreciated, though, will be the changes to the control structure to overcome the rather arduous format of the original. The keyboard controls are more closely aligned to most action games to draw the player further into the species-saving action. With 40 scenarios and 3 campaigns, a full editor, and 8-player multiplayer capabilities, Uprising 2 could blast its way to the top of the action strategy shortlist on its December 2nd release date. Hey, Lorne, how do you like your rabbit?
Well, I guess you're expecting me to say with capers, white truffles, and a raspberry reduction sauce on a bed of arugula.
Yeah, great. Great. Well, get ready to lick your lips because we're throwing Space Bunnies Must Die onto the grill.
Space Bunnies Must Die!
Space Bunnies Must Die from Jinx and Ripcord is the game with a catchy title that has languished in development for quite some time and apparently needed to stay there far longer. In this 3D third-person perspective adventure game, you play Allison Huckster, another inventively proportioned young lady who must stop alien bunnies that use humans for experimental purposes.
Rubber. Insulation against plasma and electricity.
The problems with this game are manifold. Most basically, the graphical pop-ups are pervasive, and while having a limited effect on gameplay, it lends the game a half-finished ambiance. More importantly are actual gameplay issues, such as an inability to know if weapons fired actually make contact with their intended target, and a lack of reaction from Allison when she is hit herself. More importantly, though, are very poor controls that you must compensate for as part of your strategy. Furthermore, incurring damage seems to be arbitrary, where jumping from a certain height takes points away, but walking off causes no damage. This, in addition to a storyline that could have come from a precocious high schooler, makes Space Bunnies Must Die one to jump over this season. GameSpot TV gave Space Bunnies Must Die an unimpressive rating of 6.3. Outside of the clever name, the game offered little to distinguish itself from similar titles. And with the graphical and gameplay problems, there was little to recommend.
Next up on GameSpot TV, we've got a preview of the cute and cuddly new character in Tonic Trouble. And speaking of cute, but perhaps not so cuddly, we've got a review of the latest warped adventure with Crash Bandicoot. And a look at Xenogears, the latest Square RPG to cross the Pacific.
Hey, Lorne, I had a great idea for a game while eating soup.
Oh, really? What was it?
Chicken and Stars.
Not the soup, the game.
Oh, okay. Well, it's about this adorable character that has a wild adventure in a fantasy world filled with colors, endearing characters, and non-threatening bad guys.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, Adam, but you might want to wait and see what we have in today's console preview.
Lacking in joints, but filled with all the sweet, lovable charm that we need is Ed, the hero of Ubisoft's newest 3D platform game, Tonic Trouble.
Here comes Ed.
Ed is an alien of all things, and while imbibing an intergalactic beverage, he unintentionally spills some in his lap and on Earth. Unfortunately, there is reason to cry, as the drink turns Earth into a strange electric Kool-Aid outtake filled with unfriendly vegetables, and it is up to Ed to set things straight. The game involves 11 different levels that are primarily comprised of the traditional walk on precipice and interact with bad guys format we've become accustomed to. Some variations include a snow race and a 100% gliding level. The game has raised a few eyebrows by bearing a strange resemblance to Ubisoft's upcoming Rayman 2. Tonic Trouble looks set to be another contender in the crowded, cute character pantheon in January '99 for the N64 and in February for the PC.
Well, it seems as if every game platform has a mascot. Nintendo has Mario, Sega has Sonic the Hedgehog.
And Sony has Crash Bandicoot, that lovable, what is it?
It's a Bandicoot.
I thought it was a marsupial.
Bandicoot is a marsupial.
Oh, I like kangaroos.
Well, anyway, Crash is back in a whole new adventure, Crash Bandicoot, marsupial, Warped.
Say hello once again to the PlayStation's main marsupial, Crash Bandicoot. Crash is back for his third adventure, and it's one that's sure to give platform game aficionados a thrill. Crash Warp takes our favorite Coot and his sister Coco on a whirlwind tour of alternate times and places. From the first warp station, you'll visit the Great Wall of China, a prehistoric swamp, an underwater grotto, and a medieval countryside. As in previous episodes, Crash and Coco bang through boxes to collect fruit, crystals, and gems. There's a new twist though. Flag through a level fast enough and you'll get a relic. Collect all the relics and you'll unlock hidden areas. Crash Warped has excellent 3D animation, but gameplay is still linear within individual levels. Of course, you can warp back and forth between those levels if you get stuck. There's plenty of running and jumping in Crash Warped, but Crash and Coco aren't solely at the mercy of their feet. Crash pilots a miniature submarine and Coco rides a jet ski and a tiger. If you're a fan of platform games, Crash Warped will provide plenty of bouncing, high-energy fun.
GameSpot TV gives Crash Bandicoot Warped an 8 out of 10. We were a little irritated by the linear within-level play, but sharp graphics, a great sense of humor, and varied environments make Crash a really good time. Xenogears for the PlayStation is the newest role-playing game from Square, the company that brings, you know, the Final Fantasy series.
Now, I know what you're saying, not another role-playing game, but this one is worth it, and it's our next game on the grill. Square is at it again. Xenogears, their latest release in the role-playing genre, is a definite winner. Unlike other Japanese RPGs, this game is very anime-like in the execution of both the cutscenes and the amazing story. The story takes place in a land where war is an everyday experience. The power struggle between the nations of Kislev and Ave have escalated, and now battles are fought using giant mechs like gears. You play Faye, a young man suffering from amnesia, who after being exiled from his peaceful village begins to search the world looking for more information about his past and the Akira-like power that dwells within him. Interestingly, the game was almost not released in the United States because of the serious and mature themes in the story. Players have the standard RPG combat options to choose from: attack, defend, use magic, use item, or run. After choosing to attack, the player can perform a series of offensive moves which cost 1, 2, and 3 attack points each. Using a combination of attacks will result in a more powerful combo. When riding within a gear, the attack options are similar, but instead of using attack points, the gears use fuel points. Since the gears run on fuel, having an empty tank is a problem. To alleviate this, players are given the charge option, which restores fuel. Overall, the primary reason to play Xenogears is the fantastic story. The further you get into the game, the more immersive and interesting the Xenogear universe becomes. Peter Bartholow of VideoGames.com gives Xenogears an excellent rating of 9.0. Peter says Xenogears is an excellent, thought-provoking RPG with enough story and original gameplay to warrant a look.
Role-playing games or RPGs can be pretty frustrating and definitely challenging if you're not that familiar with them.
So for those of you who are new to Xenogears or RPGs altogether, the following game breakers will help you complete your game. As with most Japanese RPGs, the story in Xenogears is vast and complex. Players should pay attention to the subtle cues of non-player characters for information on quests and interesting subplots. If you can't seem to fight your way past a certain monster, build up your experience points by fighting lesser creatures. And finally, always equip your characters with the latest and greatest in armor and weapons so that you can triumph over those pesky enemies.
Coming up on GameSpot TV, get ready for Mr. Macho. Today's intro of the week features the man, the mercenary Duke Nukem in his upcoming adventure, Time to Kill. And we've got today's in-your-face competition. We'll be crossing some sticks and knocking out a few teeth with NHL 99.
Welcome back to GameSpot TV.
And now it's time for today's intro of the week. We've got the man you either love or hate.
Yep, it's Duke Nukem, Man of Macho. We've got his latest adventure, Time to Kill, in today's intro.
Now, if you think that's cool, wait till you see our upcoming review.
Now, Duke Nukem is definitely not for everyone, but if you're a fan of the old buff boy, you're going to want to see this title.
But now it's time for today's in-your-face competition.
Thanks, Lorne. The hockey season is in full swing, so we thought, why not have a hockey competition in the ring? Today's game is NHL 99 from EA Sports. An improvement from last year's model, NHL 99 delivers all the hockey action you can take from any of 27 NHL teams. According to VideoGames.com, players will enjoy the stronger gameplay, better graphics, and improved artificial intelligence. All right, guys, that's the game, so let's check out the players. We're going to turn to Brian Coleman from EA Sports. I'm one-handed today. Thank you very much. Now, tell me, Brian, how are you going to beat this guy today? What's your strategy?
I'm going to go harder than net, keep the stick on the ice, look for the open net, and if he tries anything after the whistle, I'll have to drop the gloves.
I love it. A man that knows his strategy. So let's turn to Billy Delegati. Billy, thanks for coming. Strong words from your buddy over there. What are you going to do to win today?
Well, I'm going to hit him a lot, get the puck, crash the net, and just take a lot of shots.
I like what they're saying. We have the strategy, so let's check the rules. The rules for today's competition are this. First, always, the player who scores the most points in 2 minutes wins the match. Second, no fighting. I know it's hard to believe, but we want more play time. Lastly, in case of a tie, the player with the fewest penalties wins. Okay, that's the rules. You know the game. We've seen the players. So let's start the competition. You ready, guys?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's get it on. We've got Brian over here who's going to play Philadelphia, and Billy's going to play Colorado. They're ready for the puck drop.
They drop the puck.
And bam, we're in the action right now. As you can see by this opening sortie here, this is a very quick game. EA has really gone out on a limb and made some great graphics and a fast game. There we see the defensive pair. Oh, now what are they doing? They're playing with some options there. These guys are pros. They're looking for the edge any way they can get it. Okay, we have them set. Another puck drop.
Wow, that's good.
They're pushing it. We've got Lemieux. Look at that.
Strips into the puck.
Colorado's crossing out Philly. Oh. Here we go. Now Billy's going to the opposite end. He's looking to shoot. He's looking to shoot on Brian.
Shoots.
Oh, Roy blocks it. Good action, back and forth. You can see how fast this game is really going. The puck is loose on the Philly side. Offsides. You guys are racking up a couple little penalties there, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
We have got 1 minute left. We're looking for some action here. Another puck drop. Lindros facing off.
Everyone.
Oh,
nice
immediately
try.
shoots on score. Billy's getting aggressive. Now Brian's shooting down the sideline. He's going, he's skating. Jones has the puck. He shoots. No, it's blocked. Richardson has it. Billy is moving it up. He's moving it up. Oh, another shot on goal. That was a good shot. Oh, Leclerc. No, Ozolish moving it to Jones. Look at Brian. He's going.
Breakaway.
Breakaway. Oh, 30 seconds left. Look at this action. Lindros has the puck. Billy's moving it up. Shooting on Brian. No, that's his fourth or fifth shot on goal. There, right in the middle there. Oh, God, this is great. I love this action. Goal! Train clap. Philly scores. Look at Brian. That's it, Brian. You win the competition. Unbelievable. How'd you do it, man? That was quick, right to the line.
Went to the net, looked for the open net, and shot it.
What a score.
Simple as that.
Oh, my goodness. That's fantastic. I tell you what. We know what you did. Let's check the replay and break it down. All right, Brian, here's the big goal. Now, tell me what happened here. Obviously, he took a shot on your goal. Now, what are you doing?
There he is. Beezer feeds it up to Lindros. Lindros, the big guy that he is, bringing it into the offensive zone.
You're right in front of his goal.
Takes a shot, yeah. Comes back out to Leclerc. Leclerc brings it back in, takes a shot, and then Klatt drives it home on the rebound.
Bam! I love that
Full
shot
wood.
meter.
Yeah, 85 miles per hour.
That was excellent playing. You did it just in the nick of time. Check it out. If you want to be the master of the hat trick at home, here's some tips to remember. Tip number 1, practice your passing and learn the plays. Tip number 2, learn your position, your man on defense. Learn the art of stealing. Lastly, learn the strengths and weaknesses of each team. Hey, that's it for the ring. Back to you, Lorne and Adam.
Thanks, John. For more information on today's show, please visit our website inside ZDTV.com.
And if you'd like to comment on how we're doing, send us an email or video mail to GameSpot TV inside ZDTV.com.
So till next week, play hard
Play smart.
and play it safe.
Bye.
Bye-bye.